What is up, y'all? Jerry here, back with another daily live stream on Underdog Fantasy. And hey, if you can't tell by the glasses, we got a special treat today. We got our first guest on the stream, Mr. Bindles. Welcome, my friend.
How is it going, brother? How is it? I know it's kind of early there over where you are, but how's your day? I won't say night yet, but how's your day going?
Day's going good, man. It's beautiful, sun's shining. We've had a nice winter here. No snow for like one of the first times in a long time. So
Hell yeah.
we're
Yeah, here in
loving that.
Toronto, it's been a pretty terrible winter, so I'm very much looking forward to spring. I'm ready. I'm ready for the sun. I'm ready for the beach. All that comes along with it. So
Hell yeah, man. Shoot, dude, let's just get right into it. Let's rip a draft.
hell yeah.
I'm looking forward to hearing how you draft and letting you take the lead on this one. So we're just gonna jump right into a big board.
For sure. Yeah, no, it's I know I was talking to you in the DMs, but yeah, like I'm from Detroit originally, so I got into Underdog. I think I heard you said you've been drafting for a while, like 4 or 5 years, something like that. Same for me. I started 2020, 2021. I forget exactly but it's been a while. Was drafting for a few years. Decided to start a YouTube channel about 2.5 years ago, and then drafts were blocked in Ontario, where I live now. So crazy how that
Dude.
works, but we make it work. We have our tips and tricks that we can make it happen. So yeah, still obviously I'm watching content constantly. Super tapped into the dynasty market. I have an obscene amount of dynasty teams that kind of took the place of the volume of best ball drafts. And then still get in where I can with Chris the Candyman on his show with other people, have him on my channel, try to guest as much as possible. So yeah, thanks so much for having me on, man. I really appreciate it.
Hell yeah, man. Happy to have you. And yeah, like the title says, 2 Canadians. We have, well, 1 Canadian, 1 honorary Canadian, but we welcome you, man. We're friendly peoples.
Hell yeah. I see you got
Bukowski,
Sorry,
welcome. Let's do some draft, boys. Hop on in. If anyone wants to join, hop on in.
I see you got a cat there in the background of some of your streams.
Oh yeah, dude. I got 2 kitties. I named them after, so their full names. The black one, his name is No Prob Waymo. Waymo being Jameson Williams' nickname. And I call him Momo for short. And then we have East Van Dan, me being from East Vancouver and named after Dan Campbell. So we are repping one pride hard over here.
Dude, you are. That I love that. What was it Alex Anzalone that drew you to the Lions, or what was what's your Lions origin story? I know Canadians, there's always a crazy origin story of how your fandom starts.
Dude, like, sounds strange, but I feel like they chose me. No real particular reason. Like
Okay.
over here, for whatever reason, growing up, we got like Fox News Detroit channel. And so Lions games were on a little more often. And whenever I played Madden, for whatever reason, I just wanted to play with the Lions. So I just felt drawn to them and stuck with it.
I love it. Yeah, I mean, hey, it sounds like it was a match made in heaven. So
Yeah, dude, I'll be real. Like, I tried being a bandwagon Patriots fan. Just didn't feel right. I tried being like a bandwagon Broncos fan with like Peyton Manning, but it didn't feel right. The Lions just have my heart, you know?
yeah, you're just you're a gritty guy. I heard something about you doing pull-ups. Maybe we'll have to talk about that more. But you seem like a gritty guy, which means it's right there. Oh fuck,
we got the pull-up bar. Yeah.
Hell yeah,
on tap.
Yeah. Are you a calisthenics guy?
Not really, man. I do a little bit of everything. Like, I lift heavy. I do like functional training. Try and do like some mobility stuff as well, and a little bit of body weight stuff. But man, pull-ups. I love me some pull-ups.
Nice. Yeah, I back is probably my weakest muscle group because I had some back problems. I played football and I screwed up my back. So now we're at a point where I'm like, I can actually feel my back and like do a lot of stuff. And chin ups, I can do a lot. Pull ups, I can do a respectable amount, but I really want to go heavy on the pull ups. That's that and getting into running are my goals for 2026 for fitness. So
Those are some good goals, man. Those are some good goals to have. Now, let's take a look at this draft board real quick. So we're picking at 11. Not my favorite spot. Is there anywhere you like to typically lean in this range?
yeah, I'm pretty into Achan or Genty. Super in on Genty this year with Kubiak going there. Just kind of a more competent coaching staff, and it was pretty bad there. But I think Genty's really good. I can see James Cook. I don't if Lamb falls to us. Okay. Yeah, I mean, do you
Going
want to? We can.
Genty?
Yeah, let's go Genty. I kind of feel like James Cook is kind of a cromulent first round pick, or like not a real first round pick. Like I don't mind him. Obviously, he's a good offense on a good offense, but I don't know, man. I just can't do it. I don't know if it's just my bias against him a couple of years ago, but it's hard for me to click him there.
Yeah, like I guess the one thing that James Cook has going for him the most is his offensive coordinator got promoted to head coach. So we shouldn't expect too big of a role change, but I'm kind of with you, man. Something about him just feels a little off. Now, how about here? Are
Um,
you going double tap running back or are you going with a receiver?
Um, you know what? I kind of want to get more neighbors. So let's go neighbors. I know we don't know necessarily what his recovery time frame will be, but I think he's super talented. I think him and Dart are going to be a pretty lethal combo. And I think we are getting the injury discount here. Like next year, he could be easily a top 5 pick, I think, if everything goes well and he doesn't get injured. Um, so I'm good getting the young guys, the ascending guys, and that's a pretty fun start.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Like slow start, that's okay. We just need to make the playoffs, you know? And if he can get 35 points week 17, then that's looking pretty good for us.
How are you? I heard you talking on one of your streams about Scatabo that you're kind of out. How do you feel about the Giants as a whole this year?
Uh Giants are a little questionable. I mean, they're just a pretty historically bad team. I think they're a little more optimistic this year with John Harbaugh, a more I don't want to shit on Dayball, but maybe a more competent coach or a more proven coach. It's just with Scatabo, like the injury just scares me. Like he dislocated his ankle, I believe, and got a compound fracture of his tibia. Like broke the big bone in his lower leg through his skin. Like that's pretty serious.
Yeah, man, that's I Scatabo is one where I love the personality, love the guy. He's got some aura, but I just don't think he's a click I can make this year. Like it's I know emo cowboy always talks about right? It's two things. It's young and like super good athlete, and he isn't that young and he isn't that good of an athlete. So it's not really a bet I want to be making, especially at this cost. If he were discounted, but it's like I don't think we're really doesn't feel like we're getting any discount at all. So
Yeah, dude, like fourth round, I see him go most of the time, and that I can't do that at all. No, I can't. And like you were saying about the athlete, he's not the most like explosive, twitched up guy as it is. And then coming off that injury, you can't imagine he's just gonna be better in those departments.
no, absolutely not.
All right, we gotta go receiver here. We're going with T. Higgins or Lad.
I'm pretty in T. Higgins. I also don't mind Garrett Wilson here. I think he is a little bit undervalued just with the injury. But I think we go T.
Yeah, I think Garrett Wilson has a better chance coming back around after our boy Sweetleaf here. Sweetleaf, by the way, on draft number 417 by now, probably.
Is he in every single one you do?
He's been in the streets. I think more so on DraftKings, but
Okay.
yeah, I think realistically he's at like over 250 already.
That's insane. I mean, I know like Sacrilegious gets up there. I think he's aiming for like 3,000 drafts or something crazy like that.
Holy.
Um,
All right. Are we going with lad or are we going with our boy?
I mean, we can go our boy JMO. Let's rip it. We got to, right? Two Lions fans. I think
I feel like
just,
in this draft we got to.
it's only right. It's only right.
I'm never gonna be upset about that. I mean, I named my cat after him.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
All right, let
You
me
got to
check
be
in
at
with
least
this cat real
you got to be
quick.
at least 3x the field if your cat is named after him, right? So.
Oh yeah. Sweet Leaf, welcome. We see you in here at 12. Appreciate you. And by the way, I just got to clarify. This was when I was a young adolescent. I'm talking like 12, 13 years old, like just kind of getting into football for the first time. Like, oh, who's good? I want to cheer for a good team. But like, I couldn't do it. It didn't feel right. My heart was with the Lions, even though they were complete ass and dumpster. I just wanted to watch them for whatever reason. Their games were just entertaining.
You know what it's kind of like? It's kind of like in like Madden when you start a franchise, or like in college football, like when you're trying to like take Tulane to the championship or whatever. Like, it's kind of fun to have a team that's not as good. Like, it's like you have some hope, right? You have some like I was here during the dog days. You're the hipster before it's cool. So I'm definitely with that.
Yeah, man. Like I always say, I was a fan before Matt Patricia and I survived that era. So I feel like that officially cements you as a Lions fan.
Absolutely. If you can survive Matt Patricia as a fan, you've been through it.
We've been through it. Yeah, in Dan we trust.
Amen.
Hey man, look at this. Look at this Scatabo fall right here. I don't even know if I can do it if he came to us at 59.
It's such a fake ADP. I don't get it. Let's see, what do we got here?
Any receivers or people you like scrolling for here? Or are you taking guys sort of at the top? I mean, Travion if he's there.
Yeah, I don't mind
like
Travion and pushing Burr. Well, and Travion goes. Let's see. Is there anybody else here any other running backs here that are at all interesting or no? Not really.
I don't know if I can pull up Jalen Warren or Ramondre right
let's
here.
Let's go Rome. Let's go Rome.
Yeah, I've been trying to get a little more Rome. I haven't drafted too much of him this year, mainly because I was really high on him last year and it kind of bit me in the ass a bit. Seemed really good at first, but yeah, second half just a bit of a letdown. However, I do anticipate DJ Moore finding a new home. So I think that's pretty bullish for Rome.
Yeah, he's still young, still super talented, still a high draft pick. We like the offense. So do we want to just lock up Burrow here?
I think so, man. It feels nice. And like people love their quarterbacks in these 20-round drafts.
Yeah, let's rip it. That seems to be the meta these days, is getting your quarterbacks early. So locking up a stack with Burrow and T. Higgins definitely could be the guys you need in week 17. So
yeah, Jaden Daniels feels criminally underrated. This guy next to us actually has quite a solid team with CD Hampton, T-Mac Ladd, big fall on Henderson, and then solid quarterback and Jaden Daniels. That's a nice start for him.
He's absolutely cooking.
Oh, geez, Sweet Leaf. 285 drafts. See, I'm not making this up, man. I'm not making this up. He's a true sicko, and I respect it.
I mean, to be fair, it is February 24th. So, like, anyone drafted right now is kind of a sicko. Let's be real.
Yeah, man. Oh, these cats are going nuts behind me, too. Like, I don't know if you saw the end of my stream last night, but they fucking broke their tree. Like, Dan tackled one of the posts and just completely snapped it.
It looks pretty wobbly right now.
Oh, I know, dude. Like, they just yeah. This isn't lasting long, man. I'm gonna have to get them a new one pretty soon. They just love running across my apartment, jumping off the couch onto that and chasing each other around.
Yeah, it's better when you have two cats, honestly. It's more fun. They have a little playmate. It's a better time.
Yeah, man, they have a buddy.
Exactly.
All right, here. Oh, wow. This is a fall.
That's a pretty crazy fall. Yeah. I'm pretty tempted by Warren if he does fall to us. Dart, we can get another stack with our second round pick. I'm a big Craft guy. And then we probably should take some running backs eventually. I'm not into Monungai at all, honestly, but and do we want to go Dart and just lock up 2 stacks and then just try to catch up at
I'm cool with that. And then I'm totally fine stopping at these 2 quarterbacks as well.
Yeah, let's take it. And then it gives us some flexibility later on to catch up. So yeah.
Yeah, Monungai, QJ, I can't really get there on those guys. If we wanted to pull up like Chubadubadu or Tony Pollard, one of these old heads, we could. Or get a tight end if we want to.
Yeah. Did Kraft just go?
Tucker Kraft went a couple
Oh,
picks
he
before.
went. Okay.
Yeah.
Right before us. I missed it. Man, this is rough. It's like one of those situations where like it's like what is my heart telling me versus my you know what I mean? Like
I know.
my heart definitely tells me Pitts or Laporta, but I kind of feel like we should take a running back first. I guess we could double tap running back at the next turn. Do you like Pitts or Laporta?
Yeah, I like Pitts and Laporta. Laporta is my most drafted tight end. But I am trying to get a little more exposure to Pitts.
Yeah, Pitts
just even it out a bit.
I think Pitts is going to be a riser with him. They said they're bringing him back to Atlanta. They have Stefanski, who is a tight end guy, was talking up Pitts and using him. We saw what he did with Fannin last year. So he's definitely willing to use kind of the tweener tight ends and knows how to utilize them. So I think it could be a pretty big season bounce back for Pitts. After he had that crazy rookie year, kind of down a couple seasons. Now he's still only 25. So
yeah, dude, that's the thing. Like he's so young. Plus, like a lot of these tight ends just play better on their second contract. He's gotten more touchdowns every year that he's played. Now has an offensive minded head coach and is the number 2 target very clearly in his offense. Maybe number 3 behind Bijan if you want to throw him in there. But as far as pure pass catcher, feels nice.
Yeah, he had I mean, I know he had the crazy 50-point whatever game, but that obviously boosts him up. But he's super talented. And just whatever. If you're stuck in an Arthur Smith offense, that's just not going to be good for anyone. So I can excuse away that.
Yeah, and I like that pick, especially when Kincaid gets pulled up. Laporta is my most drafted tight end. I have a very clear bias, but I think if he stays healthy, like that's just 10 touchdowns locked in, can get like 800 yards, and that feels nice.
Yeah, I mean, Lions offense, it's one of those offenses you just want pieces of. Bengals, Lions, Rams, there's even the Cowboys. Like there's offenses where they can support multiple fantasy options, and Detroit is certainly one of those. So yeah, we saw what Laporta could do his rookie year, even his sophomore year, and obviously just dealing with injuries. So he's definitely at a depressed price. So
yeah, I'm with you there. I think this is a pretty clear click right here. No other real running backs on the board.
I'm good with Demont. That's fine. Yeah,
now,
I don't mind
that. Do you think he goes back to the Lions?
I don't really have a read on it. I do feel like he's 28, I think turning 29. I think regardless, he definitely has a very fantasy friendly skill set. He's a goal line guy. He can catch passes. He hasn't really done it the last few years with the Lions, but when he was with the Bears, solid pass catcher, can pass protect, kind of just a coach's best friend in that aspect. So I think he's a fine pick here. Do we want another running back? I'd be Emmett Johnson or probably Wandale or Juwan Jennings. If we want a wide receiver.
I'm happier getting a running back here.
Yeah.
Especially someone with a lot of upside, speed. I think we need a third running back more than a fifth receiver right now. And I like some of the receivers down the board at the next turn. I really don't think there's that big of a tier difference between the guys here and guys like Romeo Dobbs, Rashid Shaheed, uh, Josh Downs, Jalen McMillan. I don't think there's that big of a difference.
Yeah, I know it's the grossest thing for me to say, but I'm very in on Jerry Jeudy this year. I think he's just going way too low. I know it was just a terrible situation, terrible year last year, but he goes at like pick 160. It's just way too low. So you can sell me on the later receivers too. I like McMillan as well. There's a lot of fun guys down there.
Yeah, Jerry Judy's someone I want to get more exposure to as well. They call me or they call it Jerry Judy over on this channel. But yeah, like I think last year just really shit the bed. But would we be too surprised if he gets cut or traded? And then that would be pretty bullish for him.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets a better offensive situation, I'm not even a Jerry Jeudy guy, but I think he's pretty talented, right? Like he's had big spike weeks, he's had a few big years, obviously with some bad years mixed in there, but he's going so cheap now.
Yeah, I was not drafting a ton of him last year, but the year before when he was going like round 10, 11, I was drafting quite a bit of him. I thought it was a good price. All right, are we still thinking about running backs here?
Yeah, I think we take at least one running back here, and then I'm open to other options. I'm Dobbins or Connor here.
Yeah, I haven't drafted a ton of either of these guys. Kind of been fading like the older injured guys. Give me a name.
Let's go Dobbins. He's not that old. He was pretty good when he played last year. Obviously dealt with some injuries, but it's best ball. If he only plays 7 games, but he's good during those 7 games, it's still worth something. And maybe it's in the playoffs. So I think he could go back to one of the Harbaughs, which he's played for both now. Or I know he hasn't played for both now. What am I saying? He could go to one of the Harbaughs. Okay, let's see here. Tab to receiver.
Yeah, I'm good with receiver. I'm cool with any of these guys queued up.
Let's go.
This is a little rich, but
let's go Dobbs. I think he's a free agent. Just a good best ball pick. Going to score some touchdowns. I think he could get a surprising bag in free agency because there's not that many free agent wide receivers, and pick 134, not a terrible price. So
I'm with you, man. Let's Sweet Leaf. We did make the right choice. Lions rock. A lot of Lions fans in the best ball streets, man. A lot of us here.
Amen. I heard you're a Liam Murphy guy. We got to get Liam on here soon. Second guest, Liam Murphy. I'll put in a good word for you. Okay.
Hey, shout out, man. Shout out. Winners win. I respect winners.
Hell yeah. No. Liam's a great guy, man. He's polarizing, which is fine, but he's a good guy.
Auto pick Manon guy. That's when we say thank you for your donation, Sweet Leaf.
Yeah. I don't. That's another guy. I don't think I can take a single share of him and Scatterbo.
Yeah, I think I've drafted him like a couple times when he's fallen, but it just doesn't feel great,
Like he was fine. He's fine, but it's just like seventh round pick. It's like they could sign someone, they could draft someone. Pretty much anyone could just take his job. He's a running back, and he could be on a good offense, so he could fall into it. But I don't want to be making that bet. So,
yeah, I'm with you there. Now, I mean, BBG was kind of talking me into Kamara a little bit last night and talking him up a bit. Not someone I've drafted a lot. Again, like I've been fading these old guys for the most part early in the season.
Yeah, it's funny. My co-host Candyman is very out on him. I'd be Judy or Rashad White. I think Rashad White is pretty underpriced. I think
I like Rashad White too.
he's going to get a. Let's go. Let's see.
I think we go the receiver first.
Yeah, let's play the ADP game because I think White was still down the queue a little bit.
Yeah, you like White over Kamara and Mason?
Yeah, I think good. I just think Kamara. He's kind of fallen off the cliff the last couple of years. And Mason, I don't mind. I just think White has the most upside. Like he's probably going to sign to be a 1B, which is what he has been, but he's big, so he can get goal line touches. He can catch passes. He can pass block. Kind of just, I mean, similar to David Montgomery, but obviously a little bit better pass catcher probably. And he's going this late. I think immediately when he gets signed, he's going to shoot up, I don't know, a decent amount in ADP, 30 picks, 20 picks, something like that. So I'm just going to take as much as I can while he's still down here.
I'm with you there. Like I was drafting Rashad White over all those guys too. Just for all the reasons you said, like at the bare minimum, he's going to catch passes and he's going to fall in the end zone at least a few times.
Yeah. And you never know, like he could luck into something else, luck into a good landing spot like the Chiefs or something. You never know. I think it's all baked in at this cost. So
yeah, regardless, like he's going to be on a roster and he's going to catch some passes. And this is cheaper than where he was going last year too. So I don't mind it. I like some Rashad White.
Yeah, getting the Burrow Dart stacked up feels very, very nice.
Yeah, let's go over our team real quick. So we got Burrow and Dart over at quarterback. At running back, we have Jeanty, Montgomery, Emmett Johnson, J.K. Dobbins, Rashad White. So a nice mix of like old head Dobbins. I'm just calling him old because he's been injured a lot. David Montgomery, proven vet. We got young up and coming guy in Jeanty, rookie upside Emmett Johnson, and then free agent upside and Rashad White. I like that. And then wide receiver 1, Malik Neighbors. We got T. Higgins. I like getting our top 2 receivers stacked with our quarterbacks too. JMO had to do it for the vibes. Rome, some division correlation. Dobbs, more division correlation if he goes back to Green Bay. Jerry Jeudy, and then Kyle Pitts as our tight end 1. I like that room.
Yeah, I feel like our draft capital allocation is pretty balanced so far. And yeah, Neighbors, we know obviously spike week guy when he's healthy. T. Higgins, JMO, and Rome, all just elite spike week guys. So this is a very fun wide receiver room. We have 6. I feel pretty good about that room. Let's see, what do we have here?
I'm with you, man. I think Theo Johnson's a pretty no-brainer pick to double stack with Dart.
Yeah,
and we need tight end.
Yeah, a little bit past ADP. Yeah, let's take Theo first.
And now, do we want to go with another running back or receiver? Because I don't think we need another tight end with this pick.
Yeah, we can push tight end. I like. I'm pretty into Samson. Don't mind Bigsby either. Any lean there for you?
I don't think I've drafted Samson yet. He didn't impress me too much as a runner. Like he can catch some passes, but he also just plays for the Browns, which kind of scares me. And all 5 of their linemen are free agents.
B-Rob or Bigsby are fine too if you want to go one of those guys. I'll hand you the keys for this one.
Oh shoot. I have a lot of B-Rob and I've been trying to get a little more Tank Bigsby.
Yeah,
I mean, just a good rusher.
He is a good rusher. Absolutely.
You are right about Samson, though, catching passes. But, I mean, maybe it's better for him that the Browns' offensive line sucks because, more dump-offs or something. But, yeah, I think he's very replaceable as well. Even though they just drafted him last year and spent like a 4th or 5th round pick on him. Yeah, just not my favorite. I don't know if I've clicked him yet, but
yeah,
sure,
I mean
the
Browns aren't super exciting, right? I mean, at least the Eagles, you can kind of see the vision of them being a good offense again. and Saquon another year older. And I agree, Bigsby is a good rusher. So
Is he a
RB2.
free agent or is he back on the Eagles? I really have no idea.
That is a very good question. I do not know.
For a 2026. Yeah, so he's still back with the Eagles. I mean, bare minimum, that's a premium handcuff.
Yeah. And yeah, Saquon, he's been injured before, not the last couple of years. And he's another year older. So I like it.
Ton of receivers going off the board here. Do you have any rookie receivers that you really like or stand out?
I know Jeremy Bernard, PPR Tyler has been pretty hyped on him. Probably it is rough here because I think once you reach this point, there's some rookie receivers where it's like, are you squinting and they're maybe they're 4th, 5th round picks, which is not a great bet to make. So I'm kind of leaning more on the vet receivers here, where I'm like, at least I know that they have a role, or at least I'm assuming at this point. Obviously things can change, but at this point in the offseason, it is kind of rough. But let's see. I don't know if there's.
Can I interest you in a
Malachi Fields has been getting some hype for sure.
Yeah, he's one guy that I've been trying to get in like most of my drafts, anywhere in the last 4 rounds, really. And the reasoning being, like, I was listening to Daniel Jeremiah talk about him, and he seemed like he was a really similar prospect to Denzel Boston, who's going literally just twice as high in these best ball drafts as far as like a big jump ball possession receiver. And I'd rather get the guy twice as cheap.
No, I mean, that is like where the edge is right now, is just looking at these NFL guys and seeing where they think there's guys that are projected for day 2 capital that is not being priced in right now. So yeah, I'm good making that bet. It's the 17th round, pick 203. That's fine with me.
Yeah, and I don't mind these 2 tight ends if we want to stop there, but I think since we're stopping at 2 quarterbacks, it's good to get a third. And I think Cade Otton stands out right now.
Yeah, I like Cade Otton. I'm also into Ray Davis as a handcuff for James Cook. If we didn't take James Cook there and we're fading him, kind of pull the other lever and take Ray Davis. How do you feel about that versus the other tight ends later on?
I think, like, I don't know if Tongas or Freiermuth are going to come back to us, even Chig. I've seen these guys go off the board quite a lot. And then when you get to Evan Ingram, Mike Gesicki, it feels pretty gross.
Okay.
So I think there's more depth at running back later that we can still find some guys here.
I'm good with it.
And yeah, probably end off with one more running back and one more receiver.
Sure. Yeah, there's still some names I like, which is hard to say once you reach the 19th and 20th rounds. But I am a dynasty bro, so I always have my deep guys.
That's good. I've actually never played Dynasty. I've been a big like redraft guy.
What like, obviously you're a best ball bro. You said redraft. Any other sports? Any other kinds of fantasy or anything else you do?
As far as fantasy, it's just football. Sports though, like the next sport that I watch the most is UFC, and I pay attention to basketball a little bit. I grew up a big basketball fan. Like, that was my first love as far as sports go. And then as like a young teenager, started getting really into football.
Okay, nice.
Now, have you been able to click Joe Mixon yet?
No, I think some report just came out on Joe Mixon that somehow I forget, it was something about his injury and being disclosed. Let me they finally disclosed what his injury was. Let's see. On X.
Yeah, see if you can find that. I haven't drafted him all year except I jumped in the $100 bigger board the other day with when Tyler and Off the Schneid were streaming, and I accidentally autoed Joe Mixon, and it it
Brother.
yeah, it felt like my kitty died or something like that.
Yeah, that's a rough one. That's, you know what? Maybe he is the guy you need. But no, here we got to report Texans general manager Nick Caserio on Joe Mixon's situation. We've talked to Joe. Honestly, it's day to day. I think he had surgery this offseason. I'm not trying to be evasive, but it's a moving
Oh
target.
man.
We'll see what the
Any running
prognosis is.
backs? Any running backs stand out right here?
Jordan James.
Okay. And let's figure out our last receiver, and then tell me about that report.
Let's see. Do we have any? Is Yoshivas still available?
Oh, that's not a bad pull up.
I mean, we have Cincy. I know he might not be the wide receiver 3. I don't mind Kyle Williams. I don't mind.
I'm cool with the correlation.
Yeah, let's go Yoshi for the stack.
Get some Yoshi. Now, one draft pick I saw someone get in my lobby, I think it was someone watching as well, who made me kind of a little curious to mix in, is Mitch Tinsley as a big deep dive. Maybe not on a team like this, but as a 9th wide receiver sometimes, someone I might mix in a little bit. You never know.
Yeah, I know he played a little bit last year. It says 2 touchdowns. Yeah. I don't know. Yoshi is a weird one because he's kind of like Isaac Tesla. Like he just kind of only catches touchdowns, which I mean, I feel like for best ball, that's not terrible on a good offense. Actually, pretty similar. Good offense, number 3 receiver. Yeah. And he goes whatever, 50 picks after, 60 picks after Tesla. So
yeah, I don't hate it. Not someone you see really get drafted like much ever. So I don't mind mixing him in, get unique there. And Joe Burrow likes him. So
yeah, a little bit of contingent upside with if Chase or Higgins were to get injured. So
yeah, I'm cool with it. So let's review this team real quick. We got Joe Burrow, Jackson Dart as our quarterbacks. I'm totally fine with just those 2. That feels really nice. And then running backs, we got Ashton Jeanty, David Montgomery, Emmett Johnson, J.K. Dobbins, Rashad White, Tank Bigsby, Jordan James. So clear hero running back in Jeanty, but I think you and I both agree that we expect him to take a big step up in an improved offense this year. So I don't mind rolling with him and just leaning on him there. And then pretty balanced rest of our room with like veterans, rookies, free agents, handcuffs, and just wild upside swings. So I like that running back room. Feels pretty balanced. And hey, are you down to do another draft after, by the way?
Yeah, man. I'm good to go as long as you want to go.
All right, I'm down. So we'll rip another draft after we finish reviewing this one too. So don't leave yet. And receivers, we got Malik Neighbors, T. Higgins, J-Mo, Roma Dunze, Romeo Dobbs, Jerry Jeudy, Malachi Fields, Andre Yoshivas. Very nice, solid receiver room too. A lot of upside, a lot of floor, divisional correlation, bounce back seasons, rookies, and scroll the F down,
Definitely a scroll the F down.
And finishing off the tight ends, Kyle Pitts, Theo Johnson for another giant stack, and Cade Otton. I like that. So we got both of our quarterbacks double stacked too, which feels quite nice.
Yeah, dude. Like this feels like a very good, well-drafted team. Running back, you could say maybe you feel a little bit light, but I mean, you just kind of need one or 2 of these guys out of the after Genty to pop, and you feel very good about the running back room. Quarterbacks feel great with 2 double stacks of guys in the top 100 picks. Receivers look great, and then tight end feels very strong as well. So I don't see any holes in this roster other than RB, and I think you can definitely see the outcomes where it plays out well. So
That's funny. Chato, absolute OG, by the way. I'm always going to give him that shout out. He was one of the very first people in my chat. So
Hell
respect
yeah.
to him. And dude, 3 of your 5 finals teams, that hurts. I might have drafted him 3 times total last year. So um, that sucks for you. And Danimal, thank you, man. Having a good time here. Apparently, Yin's had a good draft. So maybe we'll check out his team real quick.
Yeah.
Was that someone in here? Or maybe you just said you guys had a good draft. I don't see a Yins in here, but yeah, let's hop in another draft now. So anyone watching, if you want to join, we'll jump in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go. Oh, fresh lobby. Wow, we're waiting for 11. We are
Get in
waiting
here.
for 11.
So
We don't even have 11 people watching, so could take a minute to fill.
yeah, that's okay. So give me more of the Jiri backstory. I need the Jiri lore. I know you started your channel about a month ago, you said. What got you started? And just deeper into like your best ball career.
Yeah, I started drafting or started streaming the first day that these contests opened. And
Okay.
my whole setup, I literally bought like brand new about a week before just to do this because man, I love football. I love talking about it, love the best ball, and just wanted to get involved and get out of my comfort zone a little bit. Cause I'll be honest, man, doing this scares me, you know? It's uncomfortable putting yourself out there, doing something a little different. But man, I'm having a ton of fun. And this community is something special, dude. Everyone's been so welcoming, so supportive, and that feels good, man. Feeling all the love for sure.
Hell yeah, man. No, I can say truly. I started a few years ago, took a bit of a break with just some personal stuff and other stuff going on. And it definitely has ripple effects in your life of just being able to just not have that being scared of talking to people. It definitely you will notice a difference. I anybody who streams, I would say would attest to the same thing. So yeah, props to you for putting yourself out there, man. And I completely agree. This is a great community, and yeah, very very happy to be your first guest, and would love to have you on very soon as well. So
Absolutely, man. When I figure out my schedule for next week, I'll definitely hit you up and we can run this back on your channel for sure.
hell yeah, man.
Oh shoot. Hey Danimal, were you in that draft? What's your name in the drafts? Could have gone over it. But yeah, I actually don't think I've like talked too much about my personal self or personal life on this channel yet cuz most of the people or sorry, most of the drafts that I've done and streams that I've done have literally been to no one. So I've just been talking about ball pretty much. But yeah, for anyone wondering, like I'm 27, living in Vancouver. I turned 28 in April. And yeah, just kind of wanted to pick up a new hobby this year, get into something different. Like I love football, I love best ball. I actually started drafting by accident. I thought Underdog was like a pay to redraft site where you just like join and draft with people and have like the, you know, waiver wire and everything like that. And shoot, I deposited like $100 because I got $100 for free. And I'm like, well, gotta run through this. And I just got hooked, man. And I've just been drafting since. I think this is my 5th year now. I want to say Best Ball Mania 3 was the first year I drafted, maybe 2, might have been 2.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. You guys in Vancouver have had drafts the whole time, right? Like you never have had any issues. Okay, yeah.
So what's going on with that? Is there a FanDuel thing? Are you allowed DraftKings in Ontario?
DraftKings, I don't think cares. Like they don't have any like sort of VPN, like anything checking anything. Yeah, Underdog. It was like I think 2022 going into 2023 that everything was still good. So it's been a few years, man. It's been rough. And then yeah, Michigan also had it banned for a little bit and then unbanned it. So like when I was home with my family and everything, I could draft a little bit. But yeah, it's rough out here, man. I would kill to be able to draft some best ball teams.
Dude, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. Also, I would have been down for St. Brown, but JSN falling to 7 is
Yeah,
not something you see a ton.
yeah. Let's just take the ADP value in JSN.
Yeah, for anyone that watched Best Ball Guys stream yesterday that I was on, I'm a big ADP hound. I'm trying to get unique teams. I'm trying to get the guys that fall, and that's how I like to draft, especially just drafting throughout the whole offseason.
Yeah, it's a winning strategy over, especially if you're drafting a huge volume of teams. So
Yeah, so are you a slow draft guy? Do you like travel, enter like 100 slow drafts, and then go back home? Is that something you do?
yeah, I haven't in a while, but I am pretty close to Buffalo. It's not a crazy drive. So I definitely will probably do that this summer. I may even, there's a few other people that are in the fantasy space that live in the greater Toronto area and or somewhat near there. So I might try to book a little boys trip with some other content creators and just go and set up a hotel room and just run some streams from there. But yeah, I try to make it work. Try to figure out other ways to draft, but definitely we'll have to make a trip for sure.
Yeah, dude, that's a bummer. Wow, St. Brown JJ, that's when I start. Sweet Leaf again at the 12, dude. Sweet Leaf
Oh,
again at 12, pulling up Henry. We got Chato in here at 4. Oh, there's Danimal. Okay, I see you, Danimal. We'll go over your team this next draft too. All right, who are we looking at here? I've drafted Trey McBride only like one time this year. I like Bowers more personally. I wouldn't mind
yeah.
running it back with Neighbors if he falls to us.
Yeah, I'm good with neighbors. I'm good with neighbors or London. Pick your poison. Let's go neighbors.
Yeah, I'm down to run it back. Like BBG and I yesterday, we started a draft with St. Brown and Neighbors. And when we got the running backs to fall to us, it felt really good. Just getting guys with an elite ceiling. Plus, I think JSN and Neighbors is going to be a little more rare than JSN and London.
Yeah, I was gonna say because right, he fell a few picks. His ADP is 5.3, and then neighbors is the earlier one. So that it's a slight edge, but I kind of the running backs in the 3, 4, 5 range aren't bad. So getting two guys that can be difference makers in the first 2 rounds, never a bad thing.
Yeah, man. Dan just came right up next to me, starts rubbing on my leg, and just laid down. He so I'm sitting on a stool and I have this little rug under my stool. And dude, my cat Dan is obsessed with this rug. Like whenever I come home, he just looks at me come through the door and then runs to his rug and just waits. Even if I take a couple minutes to go over to him, he'll just wait and then flop down and wants all his pets. So he doesn't love me sitting on his rug.
He's addicted to the pets.
Oh yeah, dude. He's a sweetheart.
He's a fiend.
Yeah, man. Momo over there, he's the rascal. You know?
Yeah, it's funny how cats have personalities. I had 2 cats growing up and like couldn't be more different. But yeah, no, cats are great, man. I love the vibes, honestly. Your vibes in general, but then add the cats in. That's extra little cherry on top. So
Appreciate it, man. Just trying to, try to be as authentic as I can, As I'm doing this, streaming every day, I don't feel like you can like portray an image or try and keep something up. So might as well just be yourself.
that's evergreen advice, I would say, for sure. Be yourself, and that's all you can be, brother.
Absolutely. Are we looking at one of these running backs here? Do we want the possible Seattle correlation or the newly franchise tagged Brees Hall?
Yeah, I think Brees falls a little bit. I'm good with Walker. Yeah, that feels pretty good with taking the running backs. Or I mean, the wide receiver in the first couple of rounds.
Yeah, I feel like we need a running back, and he's just in a different tier than Kyron and ETN and some of these other guys for me.
Yeah, he's just the talent is above those guys. Obviously, the situation, like right, the Kyron, ETN, even like a Javante, it's like they're talented, they're good, but it's more like they're on good offenses. But Walker is just a different kind of beast, different kind of talent. So, whether he's back in Seattle or he gets a fun landing spot, I feel like the upside is just for a really, really crazy season is always going to be with him, just with the kind of athlete he is, kind of player he is. So
Yeah, I could definitely see him having his best year this next year for a couple reasons. Like now, he's a Super Bowl MVP. And one thing that I've talked about on this channel before is I think an underrated part about fantasy football and projections in general is the mental state. And man, I don't know anything that's going to give you more confidence than being a Super Bowl MVP. And then if he gets paid this offseason, I don't think he's the type of guy that's just going to get the check and, stop trying. So Kenneth
no,
Walker wheels up. And then the Zach Charbonnet injury as well. Not someone who I can really draft much right now in Zach Charbonnet. He tore his ACL in January, which doesn't feel great.
no, man, it's a rough. It sucks for him. Oh, our boy JMO gets sniped.
JMO would have been nice. Are you down
I'm
for
good
another
with
running back?
Yeah, let's go Javante. I think this is where he should be going. I was talking about it with Emo Cowboy last night. Yeah, that's a very nice start. Starting with the two elite wide receivers and then still getting two running backs you feel very, very good about. So
Yeah, the stream I did by myself afterwards, after streaming with BBG, this is a similar start that I had to. I think I went with St. Brown, Neighbors, Kenneth Walker, and Javonte Williams, and it felt good. Like Kenneth Walker, big upside, Javonte Williams, big floor, and then two like true elite wide receivers.
yeah, man, it feels very good. I'm not lying. Like I'm not just saying this. Like the last team we built felt like I don't know if it's an A, but it's like definitely like a B plus, A minus type draft. And this start is making me feel very good about this one, which means inevitably we'll get some crazy shit will happen and it'll fall apart as I jinx it. So
I'm I'm a true Lions fan, and that means I'm a delusional optimist. So I think every draft we do, this is a $200,000 draft. I truly do.
dude, that's the only way to go through life is just be a delusional optimist. So I'm 100% with you.
Let's do it, man. We're winning this, splitting 100K. That'll feel good.
That's it's 100. That's like 130K right Canadian. You get the bonus. So
Yeah, dude, that's even better. That's even better. But makes these drafts more expensive to join.
yeah, you pay for it on the other end.
Yeah, man. But thankfully I was pretty successful 2 years ago. So
Okay.
I'm still playing with that profit.
Nice. Yeah, man, that's the dream. My friend at work for Chinese New Year bought us some lottery tickets. I'm like, you know what? You just need one. Okay, you just need one big hit, and you know what? I think we know ball. I think you know ball. I think I know ball. We watch a lot of content. We do a lot of drafting. So why not us? Why not us?
Dude, exactly. Like we're due, you know? So who are we leaning towards here? Do you like any of these rookies? Do you like getting a third running back?
What running backs are available? I don't think we need a third running back at this point. I think we go one of these upside rookies, Tate or Lemon. I'm pretty into both. I think with Tyson not running at the combine, I think they're more locked in. Let's go Tate.
Yeah, I think. All right, your call right there. I have more Lemon than I do Tate.
Okay.
I just maybe it's the Amon-Ra St. Brown comparisons or something,
Sure.
but I like getting sour, man. The lemon feels good.
Yeah, no,
Plus,
he's so fun to watch, man. I'm super in on Lemon as well. I feel like I'm just when I get biased on a player, I'm like I feel like I try to force myself to take the other options sometimes, especially when it's Tate is a great prospect, obviously great pedigree coming from Ohio State. So yeah, I don't want to be like I get into the zone sometimes where I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna draft this guy every time. So I'm trying to push myself off of the guy that I actually like more. So
Yeah, I think I have like at least 30% Lemon, which I'm not mad about because I think after the combine, both of them are going up.
yep, definitely.
Oh boy.
This is a weird range.
Yeah.
We don't have any crazy Parker Washington.
Can I talk you into some Parker Washington?
Yeah, I kind of just feel like we take Hurts if you can get it in time. It's okay.
Just yeah, I
I was
was
gonna say just
thinking one of the other two.
because you don't really need
But
to
we can
stack.
still get a quarterback with our next round pick though. In Dart again or Trevor, we have that door open.
Sure.
Yeah. Sweetleaf at the turn went with Lamar and Jaden as well, which is interesting.
Double
I see what you're doing with the Baltimore. You got Henry, Zay Flowers, Lamar going heavy on that. Interesting. I like Parker Washington this year, man. I think he could just break out and become like a stud. Seemed like Trevor Lawrence's favorite target.
Yeah, you know what? There's a sneaky amount of upside, I think, for Parker Washington. He's was talking with Candyman last night about one of the most explosive players last year. He's a punt return. He's a kick returner. Has always had big plays since he's been in the league. And Jacoby Myers, solid player, but nothing special. Travis Hunter maybe playing more cornerback than we would obviously prefer. Brian Thomas, I'm still in on Brian Thomas, but I can see obviously like maybe he's not him. So at worst, if he's like the number 2 receiver there, could be the number 1 in a good offense. We like the coaching staff there. We like Trevor Lawrence. They were coming on very strong at the end of the season, and Parker Washington certainly was coming on strong at the end of the season. So yeah, man, I think it's definitely a fun upside shot to take at this point. I think he definitely could break out, and yeah, I'm with you for sure.
Yeah. He just seemed like Trevor Lawrence's favorite target, really. And what do you have? Like 150 yards in their playoff game? Like that just feels good. We see Jacoby Myers gets pulled up to the turn too. Interesting.
Yeah, I love Jacoby Myers, but he's more of like full PPR. Like if you need a flex filler, like in Dynasty or in redraft with deeper leagues with I don't know. I can't really get behind it in half PPR best ball, but
Yeah, feels definitely like a double condom play. Wow, Hertz goes all the way at 79. And this guy gets okay, dude, Chato, come on now. You got Burrow with Chase and then Hertz with Smith.
That's pretty great. At that
that's
cost,
pretty
it's
filthy.
pretty wild.
Now, do we want to play it safe? Just get one of these quarterbacks? Anyone you prefer?
Yeah, let's go Dart. Let's go Dart for the neighbor stack again. Yeah, second round pick over the Parker Washington thing. Slight lean.
Yeah, I don't hate that. Lean into one of our wide receiver ones. We have 2 of them on this team.
Exactly.
All right. Give me one moment. I just got to plug my laptop in real quick.
All good, brother. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Jerry Fantasy Football channel. Yeah, no, it's great to be Jerry's first guest. Yeah, he's being consistent right out of the gate. You love to see it. Great vibes, immaculate hair. What more can you ask for?
Oh, we got the flow. We got the flow down.
Yeah, bro. I mean, hey, if you can rock it, you can rock it. And I've never had long hair, so I don't know what it feels like, but it looks pretty majestic, I will say.
Dude, I'd never had long hair either. I've started growing it like 3.5 years ago and just been rocking with it since. And man, I like it. It gets inconvenient at times, but it gives you some energy, you know? And I feel like it gives me some identity and some character.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you got blonde hair and you can rock it, that's definitely stands out. Um, Dak goes. Laporta, Pitts. Let me see any running backs here. Let's go Laporta. Let's go Sammy P.
I like that.
Sammy P.
Can set us up for a Jared Goff with our next pick too.
Yeah, always fun to open up that. We could take a Tesla later on.
How do you feel about Tesla?
You know what? I think he's a touchdown scorer. Like I think he's good. Obviously, it's rough being in an offense with all the other talent they have there, but definitely think he'll get some touchdowns. We saw that last year as a rookie. Immediately steps in and starts scoring some tutties. And there's always a little bit of contingent upside with those good offenses. So yeah, he's fine. Like it's a bet. It's best ball. So I think you can take him.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool story too as a Lions fan. So
Oh, the story's great, and I think the talent's definitely there. I just think the opportunity is pretty limited. Is
it's
like if everyone stays healthy, I think the opportunity just isn't quite there.
it's a little expensive. I think it's a little expensive because I mean we're talking about obviously Yoshivas is a little bit older and not like as tied to the team as Tesla, but I mean, I don't think they're that different of bets, to be completely honest. Like Tesla or Yoshivas has scored touchdowns. I think he had like 6-7 touchdowns one year. Good offense and lots of other weapons. So I do think you can arbitrage it a little bit with guys later on. But if you have Goff, if you have some line stuff going on, once we get to the week 17 stacking, if you want to tag them on, I think it's perfectly fine. So
Yeah, not a bad player to throw in, and definitely has the upside. But like in real life, phenomenal piece for the Lions.
oh yeah.
But best ball, I think it's a little limited. Now here, do you want to just play it safe, go with Goff,
Yeah, let's see, because we
or do you want
otherwise it's
to get a running
Darnold.
back?
Let's go Rico. Let's go Rico. I think we can. I don't know. Yeah, let's go Rico. I feel like Rico is just a very good pick. He'll probably start. It's the same situation as the last 2 years. He'll start as the 1B somewhere. As the season goes on, they'll be like, "Oh, Rico Dowdle is good at football." They'll start giving him more play, and then he'll have a few big spike weeks. So I think it's a good pick here as our RB3. I like the Goff Laporta stack, but I think we could take Darnold. We could do a back stack later on with Dart. So I don't mind the QB tight end stack, but I don't want to I think it's a little bit early for me. If it was JMO or if it was Amon-Ra, I would have taken him. But yeah, maybe that's wrong. And just lock up 2 stacks like we have the last couple drafts. So
Hey, I'm cool with it. Like I'm cool pushing quarterback a little bit and leaning into Dart and neighbors. Like yeah, Sam Darnold's he's not bad either. Goff probably has a little more spike upside, but pretty similar overall. And I do like Rico Dowdle. I haven't drafted him as much this year, but last year he was actually my most drafted player. I
oh
had
wow.
about like 35% Rico Dowdle. I was big on him.
Played out well, I would say.
It did. Yeah. Now, do we take Stafford here if he's there? Like 16 picks past ADP?
Yeah, unstacked, just advance rate play. Yeah, I mean, I feel like
Or we go with one of these receivers, but
where
I
does
think we're
Darnold go? Does he line up at all with our
he
next?
could fall back to us in the next round.
You want to push it? You want to go Wandale or Jennings?
I think I've moved up Jennings. That's probably who we're
Okay.
gonna get. Yeah, there we go. We got Jennings. So we can try and push it. I'm cool with that. This guy's hyped. He just got Devontae Adams stacked with Stafford. So this guy's happy. Hopefully our boy comes back to us now. But yeah, we can play this different. I don't think I've drafted a ton of Jennings this year yet either.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best situation for him is probably going back to the 49ers, but I know someone was talking about him to the Bears to replace like a DJ Moore, possibly. Like I think there's some fun landing spots for him. But I do think 49ers would be the optimal outcome. So
He might fit in pretty well in Buffalo too. Kind of like a
yeah,
gritty environment, can, get those jump balls, be the Keon Coleman they wanted.
that is a great fit.com. I agree.
Yeah, and at this price, like 114 for a guy who can get good touchdown upside, like that feels pretty nice.
Yeah, he's a touchdown guy. He's a spike week guy. Good blocker. I think a lot of teams would like to have his services. So I'm pretty in on Wandale too. I think whether it's with the Giants or if he's I think the dream landing spot is the Titans with Dayball, who knows him, with Cam Ward, who we saw in college. I know it was Xavier Restrepo, and I'm joking. I half jokingly say the Xavier Restrepo role with Cam Ward, but I do think that would be a pretty solid pairing. But it is half PPR. But it's like at a certain point, Wan'Dale Robinson did have spike weeks. It's not the traditional like long touchdowns that you think of when you think spike weeks. It's just pure volume. He had 140 targets 2 years in a row. And if he gets a bag and kind of, could even ascend even more, let's get Darnold. Rip it.
Yeah, easy. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that push.
Yeah, so there we go. Two stack quarterbacks again.
Yeah, again, top 2 receivers always feels nice.
Yeah, and we got a little more cover off, right? We got the Rico and Jennings, which just always helps to have those earlier picks and push it. So it paid off. We gambled and it paid off.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Yeah, Wandale. That's I'll admit it. I missed out on Wandale last year. I really wasn't drafting him, and that was a big miss by me. I did not expect the downfield targets that he got. And yeah, that was impressive. Being a free agent, not sure if he's going to go back to the Giants. So there's a lot of really interesting free agents this year, it seems like.
There is. I know we were talking about Dobbs. Yeah, Malik Willis, goodclick.com. Dobbs.
I actually haven't even drafted Malik Willis yet. So I wouldn't mind getting a random share on a team where a third quarterback would probably feel pretty good.
Yeah, I like Willis. Yeah, let's go Willis. I think he's going to be a riser. So get some CLV. He's a Konami type guy. Probably going to sign. We've gotten a lot of reports that he's going to sign kind of the Sam Darnold-esque deal, Baker deal, like $30 to $35 million per year, which if he does, significantly reduces his bench risk. And yeah, kind of a fun pairing with Darnold too, right? You get the stack with JSN, and then you get the fun Konami guy as well, paired with a Jackson Dart. So yeah, we can be done at quarterback, and I kind of like that texture there with the Darnold stacked and then Willis, where we don't know where he's going to land. So
yeah, and I don't think this is too rich to get 3 quarterbacks this early with where we drafted them.
No, I don't think so. This is drafting best ball in 2026 as you get your quarterbacks early. So
yeah, 3 rounds doesn't feel bad, and I think this is my first share of Malik Willis. I kind of wanted to wait to see his landing spot first, but just everything we've heard about him, like, seems like he's going to be in high demand. I did see something today though that the Browns are in on Malik Willis, so that could be the one negative there.
I mean, hey, if he has a bad O line, that's what I always say, right?
There you go, man. Like a Lions fan, delusional optimist. So we love it.
There are I like this line, the fun bad teams. There are fun bad teams like the Saints last year. You know, bad defense, bad O line could lead to some big spike weeks. You never know, especially in the playoffs. So fantasy playoffs.
Yeah,
The
I'm with
Browns
you.
will be in
Like
the playoffs.
the Lions, traditionally fun bad team.
Up until the last couple of years, yeah.
Yes. All right, Brenton Strange, 18 picks past ADP is interesting when we can use a tight end. I still like Rashid Shaheed at this value too, and I like Josh Downs. I think there's a pretty big tier break after these receivers.
Yeah, I'm good with is there any running backs here? Do we think with the 3 running backs we want to pull anyone up?
I don't think so. I think we try and push that to the next round.
Okay.
I feel better with the receiver.
Let's go Downs. He is good at #goodAtFootball. I just think obviously didn't get a lot of run with Warren, Pierce, and Pittman there. So I think either Pittman or Pierce leaves most likely, which will give a little bit more run to Downs. And if he gets opportunity, he will make the most of it. So yeah, pick 150. If he was on like a regular, like a team where he would get more opportunity, I could easily see him be a 7th round pick or something if he was in a different situation. Good, very talented player. Obviously, mostly slot only, slot mostly, but I think at this cost, you just bet on the talent. So
I agree with you. Like in the 150s, Josh Downs just feels great. Plus, like if Alec Pierce resigns somewhere else, he's going to go up in value. And if Alec Pierce does resign, I feel like they move on from Michael Pittman, and Josh Downs would slide in that role quite nice, which would also just raise his ADP. So either way, I think he's going only up, and that's a click that I'm very comfortable with.
Yeah, no, man, he's a fun player. Like always the darling of the reception perception. Just kind of his advanced analytics are always pretty solid. Just last year, not great situation. So
yeah, gotta remember he was getting drafted like in the 80s last year.
Yeah,
and people were stoked about him. Like people wanted him as like the next breakout guy. So could just have been 1 year early.
Yep.
Do we want to play it safe? Just get a veteran running back?
Yeah, what other running backs are available here? Yeah, let's go Aaron Jones. It's not the sexiest click, but he's a pass catcher. Whether he's back with Minnesota or he gets signs in free agency, this is a pretty low cost for a guy that we've seen. He is the quintessential spike week guy. So
yeah, not my favorite running back. Like I haven't been drafting a ton of these old guys, but I think on this build specifically, it fits well. And it seems like a pretty big teardrop after him, too.
yeah, how do you feel about the 2v2? Like if we pulled up like a Rashad White there and then got like Travis Hunter to fall or another one of these receivers, I guess the receiver kind of falls off. So either way, I feel like you're kind of losing out on one of the guys you really want. So
yeah. Since this is a a tournament with 558 people in the finals, I'm just gonna lean towards the better receivers for the most part. So I'm pretty happy with the decision that we made.
okay, yeah. No, I don't mind it. I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit.
Oh, it's always good. Always good to think about and consider for sure. And
sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I was just gonna say I like the running backs we have, and like I'm pretty comfortable. Like I love our receivers. I think our receivers are absolute smash.
Yeah, this is a very strong 6. We can tack on another guy later to pair it off, maybe close with 7, but we probably going to want 2 more tight ends. We are definitely going to want some more running backs and maybe 1 more wide receiver. So yeah, let's hammer running back and tight end for a couple rounds.
Oh man, I was really hoping we got AJ Barner.
Omar Cooper. We could just be done at tight. He's going to
Yeah,
be a huge riser, so we could just
I'm
be done.
thinking that. I'm thinking that.
in this Daniel Jeremiah top 50 prospects or something, he's 16th.
Wow.
So I think he's the rookie fever is gonna, is getting up with him. So I think get him now. And then I don't know. I don't think there's that much difference between the running backs now and a few picks later on. Tight end, we already have Laporta, so we can just tack on a few at the very end as our second and third. I think that is just, you feel very good about being done at wide receiver, and then we still have four more clicks. So
Yeah, I haven't drafted a ton of 7 wide receiver rooms on these 20 round drafts, but I like these 7 that we have right now. I think we have a lot of floor and a lot of ceiling. And you know what? Like, might sound weird, but I think an underrated part of fantasy football projections, especially with the rookies, is do they pass the name check? Does their name have aura to it? And Omar Cooper Jr. is a name with aura.
absolutely, hella aura.
I'm not even joking. I literally take that into consideration.
You have to. You have to.
It's actually one of the reasons that I was first into Chase Brown.
Really?
Who I missed in as a rookie, but I swear I was scrolling down these running backs when he was a rookie. I had no idea who anyone was. I'm like, Chase Brown sounds like a dude.
Yeah, he is a dude. Also Canadian.
Yes. Doesn't hurt.
I think we got to go running back here. I like Ray Davis, honestly. I know he's not sexy, but I just feel like get a piece of a good offense.
Sure, let's run it.
I am very into Terrence Ferguson. But I just feel like we're reaching the point where we need some running backs. So.
Yeah, I don't blame you. And Ray Davis, like, he's going to be on the team. He's going to have some sort of role. Can be a little handcuff as well. So I don't hate it.
Yeah, I just think the contingent upside with him is because it hasn't happened. James Cook has stayed healthy the last couple of years, except for I think there was like one game where he had Ray Davis had like 25 points, like 25 carries, 2 touchdowns. I think he's just being slept on a little bit just because we haven't seen it, but he is the RB2 there. So it's not Ty Johnson. If he's the direct handcuff, and James Cook is a first round running back. So I see the vision for sure.
Yeah, I'm with that. Like we're in this like handcuff sort of range. And yeah, Ray Davis on a good offense too. On an offense that likes to run the ball. One of the best O lines in the league. So those are also good points there.
It's getting a little dicey at tight end, so maybe we should have taken one. But
yeah, that's okay. You know, Sam Laporta, bounce back year, gonna return to his All-Pro form. That's what we're leaning into.
Yeah, and we're still gonna take 3. So
yeah, for sure.
Get bodies in there.
How do you feel about Nicholas Singleton?
Yeah, apparently it was like his pinky toe that he broke. So I think it does hurt him because he probably won't have the crazy combine that we probably would have expected from him. But yeah, I don't mind him at all. Hawk goes. What about our boy Cade Otton?
Yeah, we can definitely add Cade Otton to the queue. Free agent. Just seems like a good tight end, like well-rounded too.
Yeah, no, I like
And
him.
yeah, I definitely think we take
Do we go?
the
Do we
tight end
go?
first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to go tight end first?
Yeah, like we can always find other running backs, and Kate Otten just feels like kind of the last of his tier. So
It's a pretty crazy
there's
fall on Singleton. Or no, it's not that. It's not that crazy. Never mind. Never mind. It's not that. No, it's okay. Let's go on. Let's go on.
I'm good with Otten. Just lock up a solid backup tight end.
Yeah, you know, wherever he signs, whether it's back with the Bucks or wherever, like he plays. If that's one thing you can say about him, is he will play pretty much all the snaps, which is it's valuable. You're on the field, you can catch some touchdowns. That's all you can really ask for at pick 200. So
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I don't want to say too many names I could be thinking about here because there's some people in the chat drafting for sure. Brooklyn Bum's always in here. I feel like Brooklyn Bum is kind of my nemesis because before I knew that he was watching and joining, dude, I saw this guy pick Tyreek Hill at pick 135 and I just roasted him. I couldn't help it. So I feel like he might be on his little revenge arc. Who knows?
You know what? Some streamers don't like get annoyed at people that they're drafting with. I think you just gotta roll with it. Like don't be disrespectful, but like at the same time, like you can call out if someone's just doing something a little dumb. I think that's okay. It's not, it's not in bad faith. So it's fine. It's fine.
No, I'll always be honest. I'll always keep it real, but respectful too. Respectful. I did say though, Brooklyn Capital Bum. But I love you, Brooklyn Bum. Thank you for tuning in and drafting with us.
It's okay.
Najee Harris is actually someone I was considering too.
Yeah.
After seeing that video,
let's go Singleton.
Oh yeah, no brainer right there.
Did Singleton get? Sorry, go ahead on. I'm just gonna look at Singleton if there's any news or anything.
I was just gonna say about Najee Harris. I haven't drafted him a ton, but seeing that video of him running, like pretty optimistic, and feel like he's just gonna have some sort of role somewhere.
Oh, he's. Oh, I guess he is because Nick Rudman of Underdog just posted a slip of a higher on Singleton's 40 time of 4.38. So if he's running,
that's fast.
Yeah, I mean, so even if he's lower than that, even if he's like a mid 4.4s, he's a big guy. I think he's 215, 220. I think he's bigger. I think he's like 220, 225. So big running back, run fast. He could be a riser as well. So getting him and Otten here feels very nice. I was feeling it was a little dicey there for a moment. We pushed tight end and running back a little bit, and I feel very good now getting those two clicks paired with a Ray Davis as well, the contingent upside, rookie upside, and just a steady Eddie presence with Kate Otten there. It's all coming together.
I'm with you, man. And we pushed quarterback too. It worked out. Like this is how I like the draft for sure. Push these guys and yeah, hope it comes back to us.
I kind of can't wait for the 18 round drafts. I don't know. Like I don't mind. I like having the extra 2 picks, but just pushing to 3 quarterback, 3 tight end every time. I don't know. It's just weird too, because it's like people are also taking quarterbacks so early because they know they're going to take 3. And everyone kind of gets pushed up. I know it's not going to be for a while, but I'm kind of ready for the 18 round drafts.
Well, yeah, with the 18 round drafts comes more information too. So
Sure.
I'm excited to finally learn a little bit more about these guys. Now, do you want to go with a tight end with our next pick and then finish off with one last running back or receiver?
Yeah, I think we go tight end. I like those 3 guys. I think do we need the running back? That's the real question. It's pretty.
I think I would rather get an 8th receiver than a 7th running back.
Yeah, sorry. Scroll down. We got Walker, Javonte, Rico, I think we go Stowers first. Yeah, let's go Stowers.
I'm cool with that. Not someone I've drafted a ton of, but he's getting some buzz, so definitely want to mix him in.
Yeah, I've seen a few people talking him up. Yeah, two plus yards per team pass attempt last season. Eli Stowers, getting some good love from the dynasty community. What is his? Sorry, who is this? His NFL. Who's the guy who does NFL.com? I'm always forgetting his name.
Shoot, I don't know. There's just one guy.
No, it's the guy who does the draft grades every year, but he has a very good grade on. It's a higher grade than Sam Laporta as a prospect, so could sneak in as like a second round pick, tight end, going this late. It's a pretty fun pick. Will Howard, okay,
Interesting, Sweetleaf. Deep dive. Also, like I've been saying, backstack with Calvin Austin, but I didn't know Calvin Austin was a free agent.
Yeah, he is
I
a free
learned that
agent.
just recently.
I was looking with we were looking at projected free agents and contracts. Okay, let's see. Scroll the F down, guys. Here, Ted Hurst. He's been getting a little bit of love as a rookie as a rookie.
Not
Tez
someone I've
Johnson,
drafted yet.
Kyle Williams, just for Patriots. If Mac Hollins can do it, why can't Kyle Williams?
Sure.
I mean, Patriots, I know everyone is down on the Patriots after them losing the Super Bowl, but Diggs is Diggs. We never know what's going to happen with him. Demario Douglas, I believe, is a free agent. You have Mac Hollins. Not a lot of you have Kayshon Boutte. Like, there's no. It's pretty ambiguous. So Kyle Williams obviously didn't have a great rookie year, but would it be crazy if he scores 5-6 touchdowns next year? I don't think so. 20th round click on a Drake May led offense. I do not mind it at all.
Hey, Shody has burst. And I mean, we saw with Travion Henderson, the Patriots don't love using their rookies. So also a little optimistic for Kyle Williams. I think that's my first share of him too, possibly. So I like I definitely like drafting with you and getting some combinations and players that I don't draft a ton of. So it feels good.
Yeah, man. No, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. I know short notice here, and I think we built some very very sound teams structurally. Got some fun players, like you said, mix up your exposures a little bit, and we're going to be sharing some US dollars in transferring that over to that sweet CAD. So,
oh, absolutely, man. And I gotta do some meal prep. I gotta go to the gym. But dude, if you're down for a third draft, I'm down. Like, I think we're on a roll right now. And we got some good momentum.
I'm down, bro. It's completely up to you. You if you have places to be, stuff to do, then sure. But otherwise, I'm chilling. I have a off day from the gym. Did not sleep well last night, so I am just taking it easy. Probably gonna do a little bit of either on my walking pad or some cardio in my condo gym. But other than that, nothing too crazy. So
screw it, man. Let's do a third draft. I didn't do a countdown. I just hopped in, and we're waiting for one. So wonder how many of the viewers are going to be in this one. Be interesting to see.
Yeah. What are you hitting today at the gym?
I'm gonna do some legs. Yeah,
nice.
I'm gonna do a nice heavy leg day. Ooh, pick 2. Oh boy, dude.
We got 2?
Oh boy. I might have to get the jersey.
You might have to.
I might have to get the jersey.
I might have to get the
Brooklyn
helmet.
Bum got in here. Danimal got in here. So yeah, there were some people. Was this guy? Was he in our last draft? It's Draft Magic. Cool name. Might have been, but we got some people in here. That's interesting. All right. Sweet Leaf.
Sweet Leaf is in every draft.
Yo, I love Sweet Leaf, man. Sweet Leaf brings good energy to the chat. Sweet Leaf brings some great energy to the chat. He
He
loves
does.
calling out when I pick Woody Marks that were popping Woodies. So yeah, he knows what's up.
Hell yeah.
And man, I said I was gonna go over some of your teams from the last draft, but I think it's more fun just to hop right into a third. And you know what, man? We got to do it. I feel like we got to do it. I'll be back.
We got the helmet emote going. What is up, chat? Yeah, you know, if you guys aren't already liked the video, go ahead and like that video. Be sure to sub to Jiri. He's
We had to
grinding
do
out
it.
here, and yeah, if you guys aren't already subscribed, Bindles 90. Go ahead. We got some fun guests going on. We will have John Warner from the Badge Bros on very soon. So yeah, you're gonna another Vancouver native, John Warner, will be joining my channel soon. So definitely that'll be two Vancouver residents in
Shout out.
2 weeks.
I got to get in touch with this guy, man. Fellow Vancouverite.
Yeah, you guys can go rip some seawall drafts.
Have you ever been to Vancouver?
I have. I've been once. Yeah, I did a Banff and Vancouver trip. It was a while ago. I think it was 2022. But yeah, man, it's beautiful. I'm jealous of the weather there. It's the mountains and the ocean in one, like within distance of each other is pretty nice. So
It's man, when the weather's nice, it really is one of the most beautiful cities in the world. We get a ton of rain too, but man, those sunny days, yeah, like you said, by the water, you can get from the ocean to the mountains in less than 30 minutes. Like, what a blessing, man.
seriously. Yeah, I
But you
remember.
pay the price for it.
Well, true. Yeah. Say, hey, at least you're paying the price for Toronto. I'm just paying the price for being in downtown. I don't know what I'm paying for, honestly.
Yeah, word. That's fair, man. But yeah, it's beautiful here. Very blessed.
Yeah, we got some HN McBride, Genty Bauer start. We're running it back from last year.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know how much I love this start. I think that's a lot to put into the Raiders, but
Sure.
hey, could very well finish number one at their positions.
It's a little bit ballsy. I don't mind it.
No, man, going ballsy is not bad. And yeah, like I said, man, Sweetleaf knows what's up. He's putting Gibbs on Rushmore already.
Yeah. So wait, we got the helmet. I was doing the helmet emote while you were gone.
Oh, nice.
The backstory is my first year of streaming. My co-host, who was a random guy, shout out El Coach, that I met in the Dynasty streets, and he banked 15th overall in BBM. His first year drafting after I got him into it. So he bought me that helmet. So shout out to my homie El Coach. You want to go Chase Brown?
I would love to go Chase Brown.
Okay, yeah, let's rip it, and then we can get another receiver around the turn. Yeah.
Now, do you like getting one of these guys, or do you like pulling up one of these guys?
I'm pretty into picking. I'm pretty into those top three. Nico or Olave. I don't mind Higgins. Let's go Nico though. I feel like you take the ADP value. I know it's not a lot, but I don't love the quarterback situation, but he's just such a best ball, such a spike week guy. I think that feels very good as your wide receiver one, getting Gibbs and Brown, which obviously we don't need to talk about Gibbs, but I think Brown, he was very good last year. There's always the chance they draft someone, they bring someone in, but he's been super consistent, good offense, and just kind of consolidates a lot of touches. So This is a very fun start. Who you eye in there for pulling up? Do you have your eye on anyone in particular?
Not anyone in particular, just like any of those two guys, really. So one thing I've done is like if Brown is gone and like these running backs are gone, London's gone, all these guys are gone. One thing I've done was pull up two of them and go with like AJ Brown and Tedrow McMillan, or AJ Brown, Lad McConkey, T. Higgins, Lad, and just get a unique combo that you're never going to get otherwise, because Gibbs isn't falling to the back end of the board. Those guys aren't falling to the 4 or 5 turn. So you just get unique. And I don't think you're sacrificing much real value as far as like their weekly ceiling at receiver.
Yeah. No, I can see it. I can see it.
But I like to get a little different. But yeah, dude, Chase Brown, love getting him on my team. I'm not sure if you heard, but 2 years ago, I was the biggest Chase Brown guy probably. I had 64% Chase Brown when he was going in like round 10, 11.
Okay.
And that paid off really well for me.
Betting against Zach Moss there, were you?
I could not believe that he was going after Zach Moss. And it didn't look great to start the year. I'll say that. Maybe got a little lucky with like Zach Moss and his neck injury, but you need a lot of luck in best ball sometimes.
I was going to say, famously, the first couple weeks are where all the money is, right? So, okay, I have 2 questions for you then. So, obviously, I know you said you're a watcher of Liam Murphy. Are you a guy where you just, if you feel like there's an edge that you'll just push in and just, obviously, clearly you had 64% Chase Brown, like you're not limiting your exposures based on, you just are taking the best pick. If you think that guy's the best pick, you'll take him in every draft.
That year, I definitely did. That year, I also had 50% Jameson Williams because I thought he was going to completely break out. Last year, I toned it down a little bit, but like later in the drafts, I was definitely leaning into Rico Dowdle, but I was not afraid to pull up Chase Brown like a round and a half early sometimes, just because I was that convicted on him, but not as much last year or this year. I like to play the ADP game and try and push it a little more.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think, I don't think there's actually a right or wrong way. I think there's the optimal 8% streamer bro Davis Maddock method, and there's the balls to the wall, just get 40% of your guys. I don't think there's necessarily a right or wrong answer. That's just purely vibes based, not numbers or analytically based. But I think we've seen both win, and if anything, we've seen more of the get your guys type drafter win out. So Loveland is a slight faller.
I don't have a ton of Loveland, but I don't mind mixing him in. We do only have one receiver, though.
Yeah,
but it's dried up pretty quick.
No, we can make a detour for Loveland if you feel like it, and then we just gotta piss for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I haven't drafted a ton of Luther Burden. He feels overpriced to me personally. And Waddle, I'm not in on the Dolphins this year.
Yeah, I can see that. I think it's going to be a rough year for the Dolphins. I think we go another one of these rookies with Lemon or Tate. We can get more Lemon.
I'm down to get Sour.
Let's get Sour, brother.
We drafted Tate last draft, and he went right before us. So I think that's a nice little omen to get our boy Lemon here.
We're back on our bullshit.
But hey, speaking of like Best Ball Mania success from 2 years ago, because I was talking about it with BBG, and I almost had 4 teams in the final that year. I had one team make it to the finals, and 2 teams finished second in week 16, and 1 team finished third.
Damn.
And one thing I forgot to mention was the team that advanced to the Best Ball Mania finals was the second highest scoring team in week 16. So
holy shit,
man, if that was the finals, if week 16 was the finals, I would have won $750K. and that would have felt good, man.
You know what that means. If you're a BBM finalist, you have to put that in your Twitter bio. You're contractually obligated to put that in your
Is that
Twitter
a thing?
bio. It's like half a joke and half because people actually do it non-ironically. But then so like the Toxic Tower guys, like they made it obviously to the finals. So now Emo has it in there. He says it's ironically. I would push back a little bit that I think he probably has it there 50% ironically and 50% not. But I mean, hey, if you're streaming, you might as well put it in there. Whether it causes hate or love, I would say follow the Liam Murphy model and just like you said, be yourself. So
all right, odds he tells that to a girl on their first date.
Well, if he was single, probably pretty high. Yeah.
Okay. He's booed up. Got it. That's pretty funny though.
Be like, yeah, I had 64% Chase Brown last year.
Kind of a big deal, but you know, it's whatever.
I mean, hey, honestly, if you're confident, that's like at least 75% of the battle. So honestly, it's probably not the worst thing. I'm not gonna lie. I have been on dates where I've talked about best ball streaming and not got into too much detail. But I feel like if you're passionate about something and you're just, vibing out, I think it's fine. I think that's all that really matters.
100%. It's not about what you say, it's how you say it.
I mean, you said it.
Kind of.
What
you say matters too. Have a little substance,
Yeah, of course.
Now, I haven't drafted a ton of Caleb, and it might be a little rich when we're really desperate for a receiver right now.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm just saying Caleb because the guy at the turn does have Burden, but I think we need to go Marv.
Yeah. Oh, he does have Burden?
Yeah, the guy at the turn has Burden. Unless you want to push and try and get Pearsall.
Let's go Harrison. Because we don't need to stack Loveland. We can get Pearsall and then hope for a little fall here. No. Pierce. I don't mind Michael Wilson. He was fun. He outscored Amon-Ra the back half of the season. Shout out to Candyman with the dank stats. But
interesting. Michael Wilson just doesn't feel like that great of a click right here. And yeah,
you want to go?
I'm Pierce over Wilson. Yeah, I am Pierce over Wilson.
You know what? I have a bias against Michael Wilson, so that's what's forcing me to try to click him. So yeah, let's go Pierce. He's gonna get a bag in free agency, whether it's with the Colts or with someone else. Yeah. No, we're trying to catch up at receiver. I don't mind it.
So here's a bullish thing I heard just this morning actually about Alec Pierce, and I think it was Ian Rappaport say it, but the bag he's going to get in free agency is probably going to start with a 3.
Yeah, dude, I think so.
Like for someone getting paid that much, he's going to get used. They're going to get him the ball. And I think there's a good chance that he goes back to Indy, which is probably worst case scenario for him. But in the chance that he goes to like Buffalo or San Francisco, like that's a great click, I think.
That would be glorious. Yeah, either of those spots would be glorious. I think he's good, man. He's a burner, big, fast, and this is a pretty good price. He didn't spike. He actually spiked more 2 years ago with the long touchdowns. Obviously, Daniel Jones getting injured, playing with Phillip Rivers for part of the year. Is going to hurt your like kind of long bomb touchdowns, but yeah, he's good. He's going to get a bag, and as our fourth receiver, trying to catch up, I like it a lot.
Yeah, and we're playing best ball. We don't need to know when he's going to get 2 catches for 8 yards or something. We're waiting for the 120 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Exactly.
We definitely are going to need to find some quarterbacks, though. Like, we're probably going to have Stroud available later, who's
Yeah.
not the best click. Maybe we could try and get Willis for the chance he goes to Arizona. Like, we don't know who either of these three quarterbacks are going to
Yeah,
be, really.
we are getting to a dicey with like right. We've been stacking up, double stacking our quarterbacks, getting our first round and second round picks stacked up. It's okay. We're leaning into the chaos. We'll make it work. Even if we don't get some stacks, we could lock into some. So much uncertainty still in February right now. So yeah, we can always take guys unstacked and just luck into some stuff. And whatever. Yeah, if it's a Willis, maybe you do. Even if not, he's a Konami guy. Get at least try to get maybe Stroud later on, just to at least get one stack, and then the cards will fall as they may after that.
We'll make it work. We made the other drafts work, and this one's just a little bit different of a texture, but this is why Loveland in the 4th isn't my favorite pick, but I do want to mix him in just because like he can be tight in one on any given week, really. And I feel like you need a little bit of that.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I'm cool with Purdy right here, even unstacked.
Yeah, that's fine.
The guy at the turn has pure salt. So he took Caleb from us. We can take Purdy from him. I like that. And then, yeah, in case he's listening, I might not say what I'm thinking for our next pick, but
okay.
What do we think? Actually, whatever. Like, we could get Addison as a 5th receiver to catch up there and feel nice. I like him over Worthy. If we wanted to get like I don't know. I think Goff is a pretty too safe of a play to get with Gibbs.
Yeah, I think we go Addison or Addison. Let's go Addison. If it's anyone but JJ McCarthy at quarterback, I think you feel pretty good about all the Minnesota pieces, which they're going to sign someone as the backup. So you have maybe JJ does take the step. He's going to get the first shot. I won't be betting on it, but if they sign Kirk Cousins, Jacoby Brissett, Geno Smith, it's too competent of an organization. As much as I hate to say it, as a Lions fan, they do have a good GM and everything going on. I think they just switched out their GM, so maybe I'm talking about
yeah,
they did. But either way, they're going to bring in someone. Addison, he's been really good outside of last year. His first 2 years, scoring a bunch of touchdowns. So yeah, that's a good click there. We got our 2 anchor running backs, so we can push running back a little bit. I think that was the play there. Lock up Purdy, who was tight quarterback 2 in points per game last year. So even if we don't stack him up, he runs a little bit. He's just gonna help us advance, and we don't necessarily need to have that stack if we have the nuts everywhere else. So.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I like leaning into our 2 running backs. I really feel fine that we just have those 2 right now. And, taking them with our first 2 picks. And Purdy, he showed he can run last year. So doesn't feel bad if we just end up unstacked there completely.
Yeah, I don't mind it whatsoever.
I haven't drafted a ton of Kittle. Wouldn't be the worst pairing with Loveland. And he can sit a few games, but I think we might need some other positions.
Yeah.
A Baker backstack feels nice. Tyler Shuck, we can look at like a Juwan Johnson later.
Yeah. I think we need I just don't like the running backs in this range, but I feel like we
popping Woodies.
Emmett Johnson, Dobbins, Tracy, I don't mind. And then we might want to get
I don't mind pulling up Tracy either.
Yeah,
I think Tracy. I don't think Sam Darnold's a bad backstack option either. He has a lot of players available later.
Yeah, let me see. I feel like I wouldn't go Darnold because I feel like we can get Willis or Kyler later, and we don't really care about stacking as much with those guys. You want to go Tracy? You want to go receiver? Any receivers here that you like? Any running backs? What is your gut telling you? That's what I want to know.
I want Tracy on this team.
Okay.
And then
do we go
next? Like
Dobbins? Any receivers here? Concepcion's getting mocked in the first round if we want a receiver, but we already have 5. Any other quarterbacks? Not really. We'd have to backstack. So if there's any quarterbacks here. Oh, we have Stroud. It's a little early, though, so we could push it.
I would try and push Stroud. I would take Darnold before Stroud.
I think we go running back here because I feel like the running back is going to get gross, and then we can just take some quarterbacks later. I'd be Dobbins or
who's your guy?
Let's go Dobbins. I think he's going to get either whether he's back with the Broncos or somewhere else. He's going to get a role. He was good last year, and I think with quarterback, I think we can push it. We can take some guys unstacked. Or we can try to build up some backstacks with like a Cam Ward, some other guys later on. I think that's the way to play it, especially because we just don't have outside of Stroud, like we just like don't really have that many stacking options. So I don't really want to like be too worried about building out these secondary stacks where it's like, okay, it's good to stack, but at the end of the day, like if it's Shuck and Juwan Johnson, like it's nice, but I don't want to like have it be at the detriment of our structure. And I feel like after taking 2 RBs in the first 2 rounds, we're in the 10th and 11th round. I kind of want to start to catch up. Now we at least feel good. We have 4. We can now be a little bit more open with the picks that come in the coming rounds. We feel a little bit more covered off with our later running back selections. So
yeah, I'm cool with that. That works for me for sure. Who Hames? What's up, fam? Hey, Who Hames? I know we talked about you being my first inaugural guest, but Bindles hit me up out of the blue, and dude, I was just down. I was down to draft, and we made it work. But for everyone watching, I will be streaming with Who Hames tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific. So make sure you come to that. It's definitely fun drafting with other people and hearing their structure, hearing their takes. Because if I was drafting by myself, I don't think I would have pulled up Dobbins. I don't have a ton of Dobbins, so I'm happy to get different and be able to diversify that way. So, yeah, very happy that Bindles came and joined the stream today. And yeah, I'll be on his stream one day next week if it works out.
Yeah, no, we'll make it work, brother. Don't worry. I actually have a question for you. Are you exclusively a fast drafter? Are you doing stuff on your phone? Are you doing stuff at your laptop? Like what kind of drafter are you generally?
So I am a fast drafter. I don't really do like slow drafts at all. I might join like 1 or 2 throughout the season just to switch things up a bit. But I've usually like a exclusive phone drafter. I really only started drafting on my desktop during streaming, actually.
Okay. Yeah, it's good to switch it up. Like a phone draft is really fun. You can be out doing stuff. It's kind of just like good to pass time, and then it's fun streaming on doing it on your computer as well. It's just different vibe, different. But I think it's good to kind of do a little bit of both, right? Different mindset here, sitting on the computer versus walking around doing it on your phone. So
yeah, well, this definitely locks you in more. Like, there's definitely times where I've like accidentally auto to pick. Or like I'm at the turn and then I go do something else on my phone or like reply to a message and then I forget 10 minutes later that I was in a draft. So
yep,
this a little different for sure.
It's definitely different. Quarterback just got absolutely murdered.
Yeah,
literally murdered.
Jones, wow.
So maybe our gamble did not pay off. Like how many quarterbacks just went in that? That's the risk you take at being around the turn. So.
Hey, that's okay. Sometimes that happens.
Do we just take like a Penix or something just to get a second quarterback? Like how do you want to play this now that there's just not that many options left? I think we
I don't
have
think
to
there's a
take Penix at
difference.
least and then we can take a third, but at least we have someone.
I don't think there's a difference taking Penix here versus the next pick, and the guy at the turn might just want to take a third quarterback. So I don't hate it.
What are you feeling with this next one? We got 5 wide receivers. We now have 4 running backs, so I think we probably go receiver here.
Yeah, I think we definitely take a receiver, and I think we go one of these 3 guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do we? If McMillan's there, why don't we go McMillan? He was good to close out the year. I expect a Bucks bounce back after the chaos of last season with Baker being injured, all the receivers being injured, McMillan being injured, O-line. Let's go McMillan. He's fun, spike week guy, and if Mike Evans leaves, then I think it's a very good pick. Yeah, as our 6th wide receiver there.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of McMillan. I think especially when Mike Evans signs somewhere else, he's just going to go way up.
Yep.
Definitely just seems like a lot of people drafting need to see it before they believe it. And I think it's going to be the case with him for sure.
Yeah, no, it never changes until something actually happens. We can't future cast, even though we know it's going to happen. So seems like a good example there. Godwin, he was fine last year. Another year older. He's 30 now. And I think Igbuka, obviously, but even if he's the wide receiver 3, it's still a fine cost here and in what should be a good offense. So
yeah, I agree. I think that Baker injury when he hurt his shoulder really set him back a lot. Like, he's a dog. He doesn't want to sit out games or miss any time.
No.
So he was just playing through that, and I think it definitely showed in his production.
Yeah, no, he wasn't the same. He wasn't the same Baker as we saw the last 2 years before that. It happens sometimes, man. Not every season is your best season.
No, definitely not. And yeah, McMillan going into his 3rd year. We usually expect 3rd-year breakouts. And I wouldn't be surprised if he has like a Parker Washington type season, different type of receiver, but in his own way.
Definitely. Yeah. No, he's talented, man. He's a good player. And oh man, fucking Rachaad White. Dude, if I could ever 100% Rachaad White, I think right now I would. It's funny because I was asking you, like, are you the type of drafter where you just like try to balance your exposures? I think in the early rounds, I'm a exposure ADP, take the following values type guy. But like once it hits like pick 110, like I truly just do not care. Like I will just take the guys I want because like I don't think ADP matters at a certain point. It's like, okay, I'm reaching 10 picks for this guy. If I just think he's a better pick, obviously the market does know to a certain extent, but I don't know. I that's how I like to play it, is like, I don't know, especially throughout the first like 4 or 5 rounds, definitely balance my exposures because that could just completely tank your season. But after that, I don't hate it. JJ 9
the ADP is just not great.
Yeah.
We we kind of dug ourselves into a hole at receiver in this one, but sometimes that happens.
Yeah, quarterback. I gambled. I gambled for us. So you can blame it on me. Don't worry.
That's okay, man. Sometimes we gotta take those gambles.
What other quarterback? Oh no, he didn't go. Do we just take JJ and just lock him up and just say we have 3? Because otherwise it's like Shadur, Kirk. I know I'm not a JJ guy. I know you're a Lions fan, but like we have Addison.
He's gonna start the season. He's gonna start the season at least, and he's gonna have a chance to earn his role. So on this team, like it feels fair. And I wouldn't mind actually taking a tight end with our next pick, stopping at 2, and then even getting a fourth quarterback on this one.
Yeah, you know what? I like that. I like that move. Yeah, Barner, Theo, likely.
I'm a big AJ Barner guy, which is kind of why I like to get Sam Darnold if I'm
Okay.
desperate for a quarterback, because I feel like the Barner backstack feels nice.
Uh,
If there's
yeah,
someone you like more, make your call.
I like likely. I think he could get a fun landing spot. Who was I talking to? PPR Tyler and Candyman were talking both about. There's been a lot of stuff from Likely himself. I think he was on a podcast or something recently about just basically he's like, I'm gonna go where I'm gonna play, because I think obviously he's been the tight end 2 there for what 3 years now, 4 years now. I think he's gonna prioritize going to a place where he's gonna get playing time. And I think he's a good, very good receiving tight end. So we got 2 super athletic tight ends with Loveland and Likely. And then yeah, we got ourselves an opening for QB squad, which I think might be the move with Penix and JJ, who not the strongest QB2 and QB3 options.
I'm with you. Like it says in this little blurb that came out today that he's wanted back by Baltimore. Keyword wanted. I'm sure they do, but
Yeah,
you know, I don't think Isaiah like wants to play second fiddle to Mark Andrews anymore. So like if he goes somewhere like Washington, absolute smash pick.
to the moon. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting team. I think it's definitely probably our worst team that we've
Yeah,
drafted
it's our
so far
worst team
today.
of the 3 for sure. But
I'm not mad at it. You know, we gotta risk it.
you know what they say, you gotta crack a couple eggs to make an omelet. Okay.
But hey, we can make a case for it. Like, you know, unstack Brock Purdy, unstack Penix, 9. But hey, you know, he can run the ball. He hopefully has 2 ACLs, and he now
He can run
does
the
have
ball.
2 ACLs and runs the ball.
He's a quarterback, technically.
But hey, we got our GOAT here. Okay. We got Jahmyr Gibbs, and he's gonna get 60 points for us in week 17. So that's all we need.
I mean, Purdy had wasn't Purdy QB1 in week 17 last year, or was it week 16? He had a crazy like 35-point game. So like if the rest of our team smashes and Purdy just has a big game, we don't necessarily need the pieces. So I think that's why the Purdy pick just made sense. It's not this. It's our weakest team of the 3. I don't think it's like a terrible team. It's more like a B- team versus like a B+, A- team. But you know, they can't all be 10 out of 10s.
No. If you're drafting always trying to get 10 out of 10, then you're probably not risking it enough.
Yep. Do we go running back? Let's see. We got our boy Malachi Fields at home, so we can take him later if we want a receiver.
Yeah, I think we push receiver a bit.
Yeah, I think we're definitely running back is our weakest. So with the 4 right now. So yeah, Singleton, Ray Day, Brashard, any other Najee, Mike Washington, Big Fast, Keaton Mitchell.
We're on the clock now.
Go with God, brother. You go with whatever running back you want here.
You know what? I think we could use a rookie on this team.
Yeah,
because I think it's a little shaky. So playing it safe might not be the best. Let's just go for upside here. And do we want to be done at running back or?
Yeah, I think we go done at running back, and then Brashard Smith, Najee, anyone else here that you're interested in?
I kind of want to get a little Najee.
Okay.
I think it, maybe similar to Dobbins in the sense, but just a little floor on this team doesn't feel bad.
Yeah.
And then we have our upside swing and Nicholas Singleton. So I think that's okay.
I think it's okay.
And we'll have 3 more picks. So I think we go a quarterback and then 2 receivers.
Yeah. Yeah, Ty Simpson is he could sneak into the first round. I think last year the stat is always like 60, 63 quarterbacks played, something like that. So even if he's not the week one starter, a lot of these teams, if they draft a quarterback, they want to see them play at the end of the year. I don't think he's the best prospect ever or anything like that, but we've seen crazier things happen with back end of the first round quarterbacks. Teams are needy, or even if he's like an early second round pick. We could also do, let's see, because on this big board, I'm trying to see where Ty Simpson is. He's 40, so not like kind of projected to be a first round pick, but sometimes teams get quarterback needy, so you never know. And there's definitely risers throughout the process as well. Teams fall in love with one of these guys, so I don't mind a Ty Simpson just as kind of like an upside shot. And there's some other guys we could take later on as well. So
yeah, like where was Jackson Dart on the big board last year? Where was Tyler Shuck?
yeah,
These guys were going in this same range last year and might not feel the best now, but like you said, like these GMs and coaches, they want to see what they have year one. And especially with the next year seeming like it's going to be a strong quarterback class, they probably want to get a good idea of where he stands.
Yeah, and like Shuck he was what, 25, 26 coming into the league. A lot of people did not like him as a prospect coming in, and now we're drafting him, right? He had an exciting season. So quarterback is such a weird one. I think that's like kind of like the dynasty bro in me, where I'm just like, if one of these guys, if you're projected to get the draft capital, whether it's late round 1, early round 2, you just tack them on, whether it's in a dynasty draft in like the second round when they fall, and people are just like, it kind of becomes a meme of like, this is just a gross pick. I think Ty Simpson is an opportunity to kind of just, he can really only rise from here. We're pre-combine. Rookies get hyped every year, even if they're ass. So like, I don't mind it.
Does Ty Simpson run at all? I'm really not familiar with his game. I don't watch college football.
I do not either. I know he's a little undersized. I believe he does run a decent amount. He's not like a crazy Konami guy or anything like that, like a Malik Willis or Kyle or something like that. But he does run. We could go Kirk or Jacoby if you're feeling more of like these guys are just more of a bridge type quarterback that could turn into more. How are you feeling here with the QB?
Yeah, like I think Kirk either goes back to Atlanta or Minnesota, so we could just get like almost like a handcuff quarterback there.
Sure.
We do have Marvin Harrison. Jacoby Brissett could just be their starter, so there's that too.
Let's go Kirk. I think he will play somewhere. Whether it's for the full season, who knows? But on this team with Penix and McCarthy as our QB2, QB3, that could be valuable. And you never know. He could be playing in the playoffs. We have no idea of knowing. Malachi Fields. I think that's auto click here. Keon Coleman.
I think we go with the rookie upside. Probably feels the best on this team.
Yep.
You never know with this team, man. And especially when we don't have solid stacks for our quarterbacks, I don't mind drafting a couple more rookies and just hope that we fall into some stacks.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Atlanta could draft, right? A wide receiver in round 2 for sure. Purdy, right? Could be a 49er. Malachi Fields, round 2, something like that. So yeah, crazier things have happened for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, similar to Ricky Pearsall, San Francisco just kind of almost reaches up for a receiver that they just really like at the end of the first round. Depending on what happens with them in free agency, wouldn't shock me if Malachi Fields sneaks in there. Like in one of Daniel Jeremiah's drafts, he got mocked number 26 to the Bills. So even just being in that conversation, I think is pretty good for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like, man, I want some Colston Loveland exposure, but this is why I don't like drafting him because we just feel weaker at other positions, and tight ends later just feel nice. But we got a little bit of a value. We got the divisional correlation with Minnesota and Detroit, so I don't hate it. Good to mix in, but as far as like team structure, just doesn't feel quite the best.
Yeah, that's okay. You can blame this one on me. I pushed quarterback too late. I kept doing it. It worked the first two drafts. This one
It
don't
did.
feel as great, but that's okay. I'm good with it.
You never know, man. You never know quarterback volume. We could just hit it. Hey, one thing about Brock Purdy, like I was in the Puppy 4 final last year, and my two quarterbacks were Brock Purdy and Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, of course, was injured and injured most of the year. So, hey, Brock Purdy could just carry this team. You never know.
He could for sure. Absolutely. I think because we're okay. Let's see. Quarterback, obviously weakest position. We did take 4. Running back, we got Gibbs, Chase Brown, Tyrone Tracy, J.K. Dobbins, Singleton, and Harris. So it's a little bit of an interesting, like kind of a barbell type team in terms of the way we took the running backs in 10th and 11th round and first and second round. Nico, Lemon, getting Sour, Marvin Harrison, Alec Pierce, Jordan Addison. So receiver is strong, but not like super, super strong. It's like okay. And then tight end. Yeah. This, yeah. It's not my favorite team. Not my favorite team.
If you squint, you can see it. But sometimes it's the teams you least expect. So never know.
Absolutely. Chato says JJ
looking at our last pick. Yeah, 9. 9 brings vibes, And with our last pick, what receiver are you feeling here?
Do we just go another rookie, Jeremy? Jalen Knowles, somewhat interesting.
Got some Houston correlation. Oops.
Yeah, we got some Houston stuff. 49ers. What about Jalen Naylor? Is he taken already?
He's a free agent, actually.
Yeah, it's weird. There was a bunch of stuff talking about how he might get more money than expected in free agency. So
interesting. Yeah,
it's definitely a scroll the F down. I will say that, but
hey, you know what? On this team, I don't think it's gonna matter much. So, we can take the upside.
Let's go null. Let's go null. He's got the draft capital. Third round.
I don't mind Jalen Null. Someone who I've definitely mixed in round 1920. So let's go over this final team. Again, probably the weakest of our 3, but we'll see how it plays out. We got Brock Purdy, Michael Penix, JJ McCarthy, Kirk Cousins. Definitely my first 4 quarterback team. And we definitely didn't get some ADP value, but hey, whatever. Sometimes that's how it works out. Jahmyr Gibbs, Chase Brown, Tyrone Tracy, J.K. Dobbins, Nicholas Singleton, and Najee Harris. Definitely a high testosterone running back room, so could just carry us. Receiver, Nico Collins, Mekhi Lemon, Marvin Harrison, Alec Pierce, Jordan Addison, Jalen McMillan, Malachi Fields, Jalen Noel. Honestly, receiver room feels pretty good. And Colston Loveland, Isaiah Likely feels good at tight end. So it's really just quarterbacks where we're weak.
Yeah.
But, like who knows? We're strong at our other positions.
I mean, if Penix, McCarthy, and Kirko Chains just form one quarterback out of those 3, then it's maybe not the worst. If we get one full season out of those 3 guys, which you're probably getting more than, right? Like if it's probably more than like 5-6 games each.
You know what, dude? I think these 3 combined might equal Brock Purdy. Like you get the swag of Kirk Cousins, You get like some of the, deep throws and accuracy of Penix. You get the aura of 9. So who knows, man? Who knows?
All right, man. Well, thank you again for having me on, for responding to the DM so quickly. I hope you have a great leg day. What give me what are your big movements today? I want as my final question to you.
All right, I'll take you through it. Okay. We're starting with some pull-ups, right? And then I do some mobility for my thoracic spine. I go to the hyperextension machine. We're going front and then we're doing our QLs, get all that warmed up. Going over to the hack squat, loading up on that for a few sets, going back over to the leg press, kind of staying away from the barbell squat right now, just not the best on my back. And doing some hamstring curls, superset with feet on a slant board, and doing some goblet squats there, and then probably going over to the leg extension and supersetting that with some wall sits and tibialis raises and calf raises.
Dude, complete leg day right there. I love that. Well,
Hell yeah, man. Mixing some push-ups too, of course.
Of course, you have to. You have to be functional. If you're not doing push-ups, you're not functional. Shout out to BBG.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, thank you for coming on, being my first guest. I had a great time.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. And yeah, I will see you next week.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Come back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Pacific. We'll be here with Who Hames. I love you. Joy is beautiful. End stream.